Good morning, YouTube. If you follow me over on Instagram at Madigan Ridge Farm, you will see that on Wednesdays I do a thing called Coleus Wednesday, where I like to feature all the Coleus in and around our garden. I've used them before, they've been okay, but this year I have worked with some different products by a different company. I think sometimes people think it really doesn't make a difference, but it really makes an enormous difference. So all the Coleus you're going to see today are ones that I had tried from proven winners. All of these Coleus, every one of the ones in this shot and the ones you're going to see next, they all started out in a little 4-inch pot, and I had gotten them from my local grower nursery. So they were very tiny, and not only that, but I never got these in until the end of the first week of June. And that, I think right there, they would have been even bigger. But they are kind of amazing, and I really wanted you guys to be able to see them more in real life on the video rather than just stills. Oh, and there goes a plane above head. Madigan Ridge Farm is located at the top of a hill, so we have a lot of overhead planes that go by, and we're out in the country, but for some reason we must be in a flight path of some sort. Anywho, so let's start with what we have right here. The very first one we're going to talk about today is the Ridiculous Coleus. This is from Proven Winners Color Blaze series. It is absolutely amazing. It has the most beautiful reds. In this bed here, I have 3 of them. What I have learned from having them in this bed has more afternoon light than it does morning. So the sun, tip up a little bit here, rises over there and spins around all day, and then comes up over here. You can see that's where the house next to us, right over there, is being built currently. So it gets that deep, hot afternoon sun. This one gets great sun, which, if I may point out while we're over here, it turns my dry pond shade garden in here into a shade garden. In other words, these protect these Queen of Heart Brennera so well. They were getting very crunchy, but once these grew up, the Coleus acted just like a shrub and protected them and shaded them, and now they're thriving. But my point about this is this ridiculous one. So there you can see a giant one there and a giant one here. But when we swing over here, this one is not getting as much sun, and the size difference is unbelievable. So next year, I won't tuck one back in this far, or I'll leave a different one out. But you can see it really makes a difference how much sun these get. Coleus, I had always thought of as a shade plant, and Proven Winners have improved them so that they can really be enjoyed in the shade and give that burst of color. But you can see that difference in how much they actually grow when they do get that much wanted color. Next one we're going to talk about is also from Color Blaze. This is Royal Alligator Tears. This one is the only one I've left the flowers on thus far. I've taken the flowers off the other ones because they almost are distracting, but these ones, my pollinators, every time I come over to pick them off, they have loved them. So I've left them, and I also have one of my vines is deciding to come into this one. But you can see it has a very beautiful scalloped edge. This one gets about 20 to 30 inches. So next year I think I'm going to put this maybe closer to the front and then have these bigger ones, because you can see how much that ridiculous one towers over the alligator. So really pleased with it though. I think I'm going to line a couple places with this because it really has a nice bright green and white show it puts on. So yes, that one is about, I think I already said 20 to 30 inches. The next one we're going to talk about, it is dipped in wine. Now, once again, this is the ridiculous, and you can see there is a bit of spotting on it, but the dipped in wine, that one is spectacular. And once again, I think if this dipped in wine had gotten a little more to the outside of the bed, we would have had a bit of a bigger plant, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I just have lists of places I want to use these next year. The variegation in color is just amazing to me. I really am enjoying what this one looks like. I had only gotten one of these. I wanted more of these because I had seen them. I really love, I don't know how well you can, there you can see. Look at that scalloped edge, even the colors along the edge all the way around. I wanted more, but by the time I had gotten there, like I said, this was at the end of planting season almost when I put them in. It really, there was only one left in the dipped in wine. So unfortunately, I had only had the ability to get one of those. But once again, that one is going to be a favorite for the future. And then up here, past this, and once again, sunlight is everything. This is a dappled willow that's in here. I'm going to move that in the spring. The dappled willow, as you see, is all green. Now, if I move over here, oopsie, I have a dappled willow on standard. And as you see, it's actually dappled. Now, when I put that small one in the spring, it was dappled, and well, 2 springs, not this spring, but the spring before. It has not gotten enough sunlight, so it did not perform the way it should. So that will get moved in the spring. Our next one, this one here is the Lime-Time Coleus. It is absolutely stunning. It is such a beautiful pop in the midst of all of these Coleus. I cannot get enough of it. Once again, once I got there at the beginning of June, they only had one of these left, but I have a list for next year of places I'm going to use it. A bright chartreuse lime color that pops like crazy. And this one as well can be in that sun, and it's not, this is afternoon sun. When I say afternoon sun, I mean afternoon sun. It shoots right through here and it gets warm. Once again, this one gets about 3 by 3, but putting it in late, obviously not as big, but it is enormous as far as I'm concerned. I'm so happy with the performance that I had gotten out of this one. The next one we're gonna look at, I just, like I said, a little obsessed with my Coleus this year. The next one here, just incredible. This is Proven Winners Color Blaze Torchlight. This one gets 24 by 36, and it gets all of that plus. The color in this is amazing. Every time people come here, this little end of this little garden here, everyone's like, oh my God, what is that? The leaves are just stupendous. I'm going to, I think, use this one in some urns next year because it just gives that unbelievable, hello, here I am, look at me kind of thing. I love flowers. I love plants. I love things that are green and colorful. But the great thing about these is that it just brings that everything. And it doesn't just have a season. It looks like this the entire summer, which I think right there makes it a win. And once again, this is one single plant, one little 4-inch pot that this started out as, and look at it, it's just amazing. This one I was able to get a few of these, so I do have 3 of them in this bed, and I just think they are amazing. Their leaves are perfect. The other thing is not a lot of damage as far as pest or insect damage. There's a couple spots here and there, but nothing where it's like, oh, I don't want to plant that. They just call bad things in. It's really, really wonderful how well they stand up to everything. But yeah, this is definitely something I will be doing again. So let's go to the Fire and Ice Garden and take a look at the ones we have over there. We'll walk right through here. Hey, lovely Pinky Winky. All right, so up here in the Fire and Ice Garden, we have the Color Blaze Wicked Hot. This one is the epitome of fall. The color is just amazing on this one. The variegation in the leaves is gorgeous. I'm absolutely in love with this one. This color is rich and vibrant, and it just totally changes with the light of the day. It's absolutely gorgeous. This one gets 18 to 36 inches as well. I thought would get more sun where I put it, but it really didn't, but that's okay. I still love this. You could probably even put it with purples, because as you see along that edge, it has the dark coppery color in the center, and then that iridescent purple around the edge. I think you really could put it with a lot of other plants and it just be gorgeous. Right behind that one is from the Color Blaze series as well. This is the Cherry Brandy. That Cherry Brandy has the most beautiful scalloped edges. I want to use this one next year in the bottom of some of my urns. I think it will really, look at that. That's just gorgeous. I think it'll really stand out, even with something like a wormwood in the center. I don't always want to plant things that are flowering. I think these magical colors that are so vibrant and so beautiful will give the effect that I'm looking for. But definitely the Cherry Brandy is one I will use as well, especially for that scalloped edge. This one gets 24 to 34 inches. And it is absolutely gorgeous. Something that is going on that list and is perfect here in the Fire and Ice Garden. And I love the Cherry Brandy with the Wicked Hot Color Blaze from the Color Blaze series. I just think they're gorgeous. A couple little flowers I want to pluck off there. It's way better. Oh, there's a bee. See, even the honeybees are happy with it. Love it. Over there, you can see, is where the original ones we were at. So let's take a walk over to the last spot that we have. There was a hole there that we have the Coleus in. So over here is the petal garden. Under this tree, we started this petal garden, and everything in here is shade. So I did put these beautiful fishnet stockings. Once again, I think they need a little bit more sun, but we are going to take some of the underbranching out. But the color on these fishnet stockings is unbelievable. They have a gorgeous stripe to them. Look at that. That's amazing. And it's funny because every one has something different to it. Look at that. So once again, the fishnet stockings are 24 to 36 inches. Now these are interesting because they're the ones, they're not part of the Color Blaze series. These ones are under Proven Selections. They have a part shade to shade connotation on them rather than a sun to shade like all the other ones we've looked at today. So I just think they need a little more. You can definitely tell when things are getting too much, obviously, but you can also tell when they're not getting enough. And I think that with these, they definitely would do well for a little bit more sun. They are more of a compact one, but wow. I think in the urns up by the pine tree over here, I am going to, you can see those urns up there. I think I'm going to try these ones in those urns next year. I think they would be lovely. This is a totally new bed. We are working on everything from coral bells to a little Solomon seal, Helen von Stein. You can see this proves, so let me get in here. This Helen von Stein, this Helen von Stein. So that one gets the most sun, less, and then less. So they went in together all last year, but you can see how that sun makes such a difference. So we do need to work on getting some things moved around to their happy place. I mean, we purchased this property 2 years ago this month, and last May, end of last May is when we started all of this. So everything actually is, you know, somewhere around 1 year old. So I hope you enjoyed my little Coleus tour. I think next year you're going to be seeing a video with way more. Like I said, so happy with something that got put in late, was put in as a very small plant, and look at what it's done. So these are annuals. I am a zone 5B. So I could, which I want to just try with maybe 1 or 2 of them, I could try to overwinter a piece. Maybe I'll try that, but I definitely will be the first in line next spring at the nursery to get every one of these I possibly can, because wow, for a big show, great pop of color, and incredible interest, these proven winners Coleus really fit the bill. Thank you so much for watching. I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. As well, you can always check us out at Madigan Ridge Farm on our Instagram page. And thanks so much for watching. Have any questions? Please put them in the box below and I will comment right back to you. Have a great day and go out and get some Coleus next year. Put them in your plans. They will be well worth it. Thanks.